Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, we are getting into my recent obsessions. When I tell you chokehold, get your nose on, that is exactly what these 5 fragrances are. We actually have a good mix today. We've got some niche, we've got some designer, we have even a cheapie on this list. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. So the first one I want to touch on is actually an oldie but goodie. This is a 2009 release, so it's been around for a minute, but that just speaks to the timelessness of this scent. And I had no interest in smelling it. I heard someone reference this fragrance in a movie series that I happened to be watching, and it says, you know what? The next time I'm in a mall or Neiman's or Saks or something like that, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my nose on it. The original Blanche by Byredo. I have the Absolute as well, but for some reason, I am completely and utterly obsessed with this clean scent right here. This is without a doubt the most amazing, fresh, soapy, aldehyde, clean, elegant woman. Like, if you're gonna bury me in a clean scent, it needs to be Blanche, okay? So this fragrance is going to be really timeless. I feel like anyone, someone 18, you know, really sophisticated and about her business can pull this off for sure. I can pull it off easily. My mom, like anyone can put this on and just smell clean, elegant, phenomenal, and really well put together. It is so soapy, but in a really, like, I want to smell soapy way, because smelling soapy to me has never been appealing. I'm not a soapy aldehyde type of girl, but the way this comes across is just truly magnificent. If you are not someone into clean scents, but you're looking for something that could maybe, you know, get your toe wet into that fragrance family, then this is where you need to start, okay? Completely blown away from the very first time I smelled it. And eventually I just said, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and add a bottle. I bought it a couple months ago and I wear this all the time, quite often. And I couldn't decide for a moment if I liked this one over the Absolute, but I keep spraying this one and not so much the Absolute. They smell very similar. Blanche, the original, to me has given amazing performance. Like, this is not one of the Byredos that I feel like really lacks, and it's possibly because it does have those aldehydes, which, you know, is quite molecular, and it really does add to the longevity of the scent, is what I'm assuming, because I don't have any performance issues out of the original one. The Absolute, it is stronger, but you do have a much more of a, like, a peppery aspect to it. Both really beautiful, and I just feel like you're okay with buying either one, but this original one is what has me in a chokehold, and you can get this deeply discounted. I got mine from Joma Shop, and you know, I pay like designer run-of-the-mill like $100 and some odd, very, very moderately priced if you get it from a discounter, okay? Don't pay full price for this. So again, this one is Blanche by Byredo, but let me give you the notes to this one real quick. You have top notes of aldehydes, rose and pink pepper, middle notes of peony, violet, African orange flower, and you have base notes of musk, woody notes, and sandalwood. So for me personally, I'm getting a really soft, delicate musk, lots of aldehydes, florals, but you don't really know well. Like, I don't smell this and go, oh, there's some rose and peony in here. I don't get that. You just pick up on feminine, clean, fresh aldehydes. That's what I get. So yeah, definitely an obsession for me as of late. So the next one I want to get into, you already knew that this is going to be on the list. If you have seen any of my videos from spring video release on up, I have probably been holding up Ave Maria every second, third video, because this bow fragrance right here just has my whole heart. This is the most beautiful white floral I think I have ever put my nose on, and I've never been one to dislike white florals. I like them, but am I like a white florals girly, like through and through? Not me, not particularly, but I definitely have an appreciation for them. But this one just captivated me, and you see so many people holding this bottle up within the past month or so, and I'm telling you, the hype is so real. It is so justified, because this is just going to be it. This is it, girl, for spring 2025. So far, one of my favorite pickups for 2025. And we're going to get into another one that is just Like at this point, y'all, 2025 owes me nothing else. Between the new releases that I have added into my collection since the top of the year to now, like everything else can be a flop. I don't care. I don't care because I have enough to hold me over where I can say that 2025 releases are a vast improvement over what we saw last year in 2024. But Ave Maria is going to be all about a really gorgeous, watery, dewy gardenia. And when I say watery and raindrops, I'm not saying aquatic. This just has a very different air about it. I don't know what accord, what we need to see these raindrops in this dewy aspect and so many more fragrances. And the Merlot, like this wine vibe, that this note they have in here doesn't come off as something red. I think there's Merlot mentioned, but Merlot, I don't get. This wears like a really expensive bottle of champagne or a white wine of some kind, but it is masterfully executed in this scent. You have Napa leather mentioned. I don't get anything that smells leathery, but there is a very sexy undertone to this. Between the Merlot, the Napa leather, I think that along with that raindrop dewiness is what really sets this white floral apart. You don't have any other gardenia on this level. Trust me when I tell you, you do not. You need to run and get yourself a sample, a decant of this fragrance if you are into white florals, if you are into gardenias, because this is a 10 out of 10 release. And just prepare to be sick of me. I mean, I'm going to be holding this bottle up every couple weeks. Every week you're going to see Ave Maria, okay? Obsessed much. And this again is from the House of Beau. So this next one, I had been anxiously, when I say waiting with bated breath for this to drop in the US, because I'm seeing that people here in the UK and people here, all these other countries had access to. I'm like, Christian, Mr. Christian Louboutin, I'm calling. Can you please drop it here in the US? Because it's a rose fragrance. Check. My favorite nose, Mr. Clinton Biche. Check. Throw it in the bag. Blind buy. When I tell you, the moment this hit my skin, y'all, I know y'all don't see a lot of people holding up these fetish bottles from Louboutin, but trust and believe with this here release, the crowd is going to go wild. La Rose from this line is absolutely breathtaking. Okay, this is one that, see, this man right here knows how to do a rose. And even though the way he does the rose is typically done in a very particular way, his rose creations, they have very different vibes, okay? You're going to get a very distinct rose from your Hibiscus Mahajad, your Delinas, your Guidance, and this one too, but none of those smell alike, if that makes any sense. He just does rose in a Quentin way, and you're going to get that with this one as well. But the spicy component of this is so sexy, but it's not overdone, okay? He knows how to blend. And it is sweet. I feel like out of the Delinas, the Guidance, the Hibiscus Mahajad, I would say this is going to be the sweetest. It's almost like there is this ribbon of vanilla, or I cannot put a pin in what it is, but there is something so sweet and delicious, almost like a nectar of some kind, just running through, it's coursing through this fragrance. But you all know with Christian Louboutin fragrances, he only gives you 3 notes. That's it. He's done. You got to figure out the rest. So this rose to me, even though very sweet to my nose, still has a freshness underlying. So it's soft and it's spicy. The cherry is top tier. This cherry does not wear medicinal, at least to me and my nose, but cherry is not a note that often comes off as medicinal to me. But I can't see anyone finding this cherry to be medicinal, but you be the judge of that. This cherry lasts throughout the life of the scent. This cherry is like, how can I put it? It's almost like this rose and this cherry is like a jam of some kind. There's a jammy aspect to this. To me, it wears fresh and musky, but still very sweet. The rose is so beautiful. The soft, spicy kick from the ginger. This just comes together to create a 10 out of 10 rose scent, in my opinion, okay? Have you gotten your nose on this? Have you smelled it? Do you have have it. What is the tea according to you? Because the tea for me is you need it in your life. If you are a rose lover, if you love Quentin's work, you know I don't like saying blind buy, but at least get your nose on this because I am trying not to curse, okay? So obsessed with the way this smells. I wore this to the movies last night. Honey, I was so obsessed with smelling myself. My daughter would look over to me from time to time and it's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, my nose is like in my shirt. Trying to get a whiff, or I'm doing this like every 2 minutes. It is so addictive and I just cannot understand why. I wish we had the full like breakdown of notes, but it is a phenomenal rose. It is lush, amazing longevity, okay? Because I've heard people kind of say, oh, you know, the perfumes from the Fetish line, they smell good, but I'm not getting the longevity. Last all day. Last all day. The projection, moderate. It's not going to be a loud beast like overtaking the room like a lot of his rose fragrances can do, but you're going to get compliments. People are definitely going to smell you and it's going to last probably a good 10 plus hours for sure. So super, super happy to have that one in my collection. No regrets on dropping the cash on that one. Next up is a beautiful designer fragrance. If you love vanilla, okay, you are looking for the ultimate jasmine vanilla fragrance for spring and summer. Here you go. Cashmere and Vanilla Essence by Donna Karan. The way the vanilla comes off in this fragrance and the cashmere aspect is going to definitely be the same as it comes off in Cashmere Palo Santo, but this is going to be a little bit more floral because it is more about that jasmine and vanilla combo. This one wears even more feminine. This one wears with a softer quality, where I feel like Cashmere Palo Santo is like sugary sweet, bam, in your face, here I am, super woody. That's not really the vibe of this one. This definitely wears with a softer quality, that cashmere and vibe that we really do enjoy in her fragrances, particularly here, done beautifully. This is so sweet. The vanilla is so, like, the vanilla is the star. First and foremost, the vanilla is the star. The jasmine in this is not going to remind you of that very redundant white floral designer DNA that we see here, there, and everywhere. This is absolutely a stunner. And if you're looking for a beautiful powdery vanilla fragrance with, you know, like I said, that floral touch, a little bit of fruitiness in the top, then I think you would enjoy this. This one too is quite ambery. So this is just a stunner in my opinion, and I knew I would be obsessed, and I was right. So to give you the breakdown of notes, this has opening notes of pink pepper and apple. You have middle notes of violet and jasmine, and you have base notes of vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. So get your nose on this one if you are a vanilla girly and you're looking for something special within that designer market. Here you go. Okay, perfect spring and summer vanilla without completely breaking the bank, honestly. This one again, Cashmere and Vanilla Essence from the house of Donna Karan. This next one is a newer release. You can get this at Aroma Concepts, but this is a newer house for me. This is from the house of Anfar 1950, and this is Dubai Chocolate Pistachio Kunafa. And this is so doggone delicious. It smells just like the chocolate bar. That viral chocolate bar with the kunafa, the pistachio paste all mixed up in the milk chocolate is exactly what this smells like. I ate the candy, I'm wearing the fragrance. We're getting our chocolate lives around here in this household. But this blew me away because I'm talking about this pistachio is front and center, and it is coupled with the delicious spices of cardamom and tonka, but very smooth. The spices do not jump out at you. They are well blended into that bar of chocolate. I'm telling you, this is so chocolatey. It's a little powdery, lots of vanilla, and the nutty aspect of this is just top tier. I love that the pistachio is so pronounced because pistachio tends to wear a lot lighter in many scents, and I definitely would not see it standing out as a key note that you really do pick up on in a chocolate fragrance, because chocolate does have a richness, you know, a boldness to it, and it can definitely overpower a scent. And though this is definitely about the chocolate, but it is equally about that pistachio, and that is why I'm here for this fragrance. So Pistachio Kunafa opens with pistachio kunafa, nuts, caramel, and you have middle notes of tonka and cardamom, base notes of chocolate, amber, and powdery notes. And I mean, I just think that you're gonna hear a lot of people raving about this. I do wish this was released a little earlier, maybe like December. That would have been great, because this will be halfway done if that were the case. I'm in the point now where probably within the next month I will be phasing out all of the fall and winters, but as we have those cooler mornings like we do have in Georgia right now, I will absolutely be dipping and diving into this one even more. Please, please, please check this out if you are a lover of, I will say, chocolate, because the nutty aspect of this, though there, is so easy to wear. You're not going to, it's not going to be an uncomfortable nutty like wearing a chestnut or like hazelnut can come across, where it's like, okay, we are really smelling peanutty nutty up in here. Pistachio wears with a certain level of refinement and smoothness that I really don't get from other nuts, but this is top tier. Okay, cannot wait to dive more into this house, because this pistachio scent has me in a complete gourmand chokehold. All right, this one again is pistachio kunafa, and this is from Anfar 1950. All right, you guys, so that is it for me today. Please drop me a line below and let me know some fragrances that you have been obsessing over as of late. I love these fragrances that we have mentioned here in today's video, but I am definitely super curious to know what you have been obsessing over, so let me know in the comments below. Also, you guys, be sure that you are subscribed. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.